So today I'm going to talk about something that is very relevant and near and dear to my heart. It is caregiver abuse. And it's hard and it is difficult to say because here we are taking care of someone who needs help, and yet we're getting hurt in the process. Not just always physically, sometimes it's emotionally, sometimes it's financial abuse, that people are taking of resources from you, and they won't give you what you need to help them. This is a real deal. It is not made up. It is not something that isn't unknown. And sometimes we can find ourselves in precarious situations with these vulnerable individuals who do need help, but they don't even know how to ask the first question to receive the help they need. And if you have decided to take on the role to care for someone who is vulnerable, an elderly person, someone with confusion, someone who has dependence on others for their health and their well-being, their activities of daily living. If you are someone who has taken on that role, you need to watch this. I'm going to tell you, you're going to spin your wheels trying to help someone who may not understand your situation, because when we become vulnerable, we kind of do an internal look at life. We don't look at life how other people may have to live or what they may have to do. And so you expending your finances and taking away maybe from your personal family needs to meet their needs is draining and is not healthy. I'm going to say it. It is not healthy for you to have treatment or care. Perhaps you don't have the resources to get bus rides for them, or don't have a car, or don't have another car to take them in a special transportation situation. I've seen this on many fronts in my life. I'm giving of my resources. I have a small family already. Even if it was just me, I don't have extra resources to care for this person. So listen, asking for help is the number one thing you're going to do. Caring for yourself, your financial needs first, and then saying, how can we deal with this? A lot of times you're going to have to go to your local county, ask them if they have any resources available for elder care or people who are dependent on others for care. It really is a burden, and it can turn into neglect, financial neglect for yourself so that you can help others. And that just doesn't make sense, does it? Because you're the person who's helping them, and yet you don't have the resources to help them because you helped them. So just literally do the best you can to get as many resources in your hands, at least if you don't need them today, for the future. Because I guarantee you, people who are older are not cheap to take care of. They are so much like children in that way. I have young children that need daycare, and they go to summer camps. It's very expensive. And this is how people, when they're older, it's their medical care that gets expensive, co-pays and all kind of things. So if they're not on assistance already, you may need to look into those resources. You may need to use food pantries or care pantries. We have some in our county to meet their needs and supply some of their expenditures that are beyond what you can afford to pay. And honestly, if you didn't sign up for that, or if you have some extenuating circumstances, you need to get help. Just get the help you need, and don't suffer in silence. Today I went and got my hair done, and I was feeling a little bit guilty about it at first, because I said, oh, I could be using this money to do something for my mom. So I'm going to use my resources to take care of myself first. And then I'm going to look at her resources and see what we can do for her. And of course, provide the care she needs. But we're not going to overextenuate ourselves, and we're not going to become broke taking care of others. That doesn't make sense. So do the work. Find out what their needs are. Find out what you're willing to do. Even if it's like, I can provide a ride so that they don't have to pay for that extra fee. But if you can get out of having to do anything that causes you extra burden, that is the goal. That is the point. Stop this financial abuse that happens. It is probably more passive than aggressive. They're not saying, I want to take advantage. They're just thinking, I need my needs met. And that's period. That's just, they don't even care about what you need to do. So forget your bills, forget your needs, forget the ride you might need. They are just thinking about themselves.
My name is Eileen. Remember, caregiving starts with you.